up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to those here in person and those online. I'm looking for the camera. Which camera am I looking at? Right there. Oh, I see the little light. Okay, well, it's all good. Well, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. I am Reverend Lee Alvarado. I'm the senior minister here. So glad that you have joined us this evening. We are an inclusive community. We honor all faith traditions, all lifestyles, all beliefs. Wherever you are on your journey, you are welcome here. And we follow the teachings of Ernest Holmes. He studied all the major religions, and he created what's called the science of mind. And in the science of mind, we believe that as you change your thinking, you change your life. And so each week, you're going to hear tools, resources, various things that you can actually apply to your life, take out into your life, and experience more joy, more freedom, and more peace. All right, let's say our mission and our vision together. Our mission: we are an inclusive community, inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision: to awaken humanity, revealing a world that works for everyone. All right, do we have kiddos? I see adults in the audience. I see no kiddos. Okay. Children at heart. Yes, would you all like to come up here and sing this song? Okay, maybe not. Let's say no to that. I love you all, but let's not do that. All right. All right, announcements. Marie is playing double duty this evening. She is our announcement person. She is also in charge of our sound. Okay, you're just going to have to wing it, my dear. Oh, are you okay?
Yes. All
Okay.
right. What happens? Too much stress. Are you really sure y'all want me to have a microphone? That is the question. Do I really want to have a microphone? How are y'all?
Oh, I love that excitement. Thank you.
I'm more excited than you are, and it's been. Can you see the sweat on me up here? This is awesome. Okay, this is how excited I am to be here. So this is how excited you are going to be here next week. Next Sunday, July 23rd, Reverend Jackie Harris will be joining us as our guest speaker. Somebody's taking a vacation.
I am taking a vacation. I'm going to a wedding in Minnesota. Yes, with my beloved, yes. So
Condolences to someone getting married in Minnesota in the summertime.
Well,
anyway.
It wasn't my choice to get married there. But
I understand.
Yeah.
But she will be here. She is one of the ministers, assistant ministers at Mile High Church. She'll be speaking here. She'll be speaking here on Out There. That's how that's going to go.
Yeah.
Out there is a reflection of in here. If you're confused, come to the talk next Sunday. See what happens.
Yeah.
We could all learn something. Okay, Saturday. Don't pay no attention. Oh, look. Saturday, July 29th, Higher Ground Walk Around. That's where I was going. Join us for an easy walk in nature with like-minded friends. This month, hosted by Barb Coakley. There she is. Barb's here.
Yay.
See, Barb, if you have more
Barb.
questions, but it's going to be in Fort Collins at the CSI Environmental Learning Center. It says CSI here. So if anybody goes missing, we'll have the crime scene investigation unit come out and find you. You can register and get more details in the newsletter, but yeah, it says CSI here. I love it. Oh, perfect. Karen Drucker. Everybody, who does not love Karen Drucker? We all love Karen Drucker.
If you don't know who she is, you got to come. She's extraordinary.
Oh my God. So this is one of the hottest New Thought musicians in the movement.
Yeah.
You're going to want to see her. She's going to be here, right here, right here. On September the 21st, early bird tickets go on sale August 1st. There'll be a link in the newsletter.
Yes. You're looking at me. Yes,
Oh,
there is a link.
I thought there was a, but wait, there's more.
No,
Okay.
no.
So be on the lookout for that because that's going to be a fabulous event, and there will be two exciting things happening by August the 1st. It might not be this hot outside, but my understanding is there will be air conditioning in here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's very exciting.
Coming up Sunday, August 13th, we have an annual meeting, our annual meeting. Yippee-yi-yay. In person or on Zoom, we will be voting on bylaws changes, reports from 2023, and the vision for 2024. We request that you register so you can look for the registration link in the e-newsletter. And if you have trouble finding that, someone can help you. Maybe me, definitely someone else.
Or me.
Or
Sure.
or Reverend Leah.
Yeah.
After service gathering. This summer we're taking a break from the Sunday potluck so y'all don't have to cook at home or here where it's nice and hot. And instead we're gathering at a restaurant nearby. Join us after service at Simmer. That's the name of the restaurant. Simmer. It's just down at Drake and Shields on the northwest corner. So meet us in the lobby after service. We're going to go there. Everything else.
Sorry, I'm a little slow.
So, yeah, like I'm one to talk. Everything else right here, cslnoco.org. I'm missing desperately my QR code for that, but because I love the QR codes, but it's gone. That is all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, everybody, let's settle back and go within as we begin with an opening prayer, a meditative chant, and a song.
So let's just close our eyes, go into that heart center space, that place where we talk to God. We recognize the goodness that is flowing in of and through all of life. We realize what we need to let go of, to bring in what we desire. We prepare ourselves for the goodness and for everything that is about to happen and be revealed through this talk today. Reverend Leah's words, the inspirations, the letting go, the letting in, the peace, the joy. I know that it is all here now, waiting to be accepted, flowing through each person, the building. It's our opportunity to be grateful for all the goodness and love, relationships in our lives. So I am just so grateful to be here right now, speaking these words, calling forth the blessings for each person here. And I'm simply going to release these words into the law, knowing that it is all so, and so it is.
Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is. There is only love is who I am. Is who I am. Love is who we are. Is who we are. Love is all there is. All there is only love is who I am. Is who I am. Love is who we are. Is who we are. Love is all there is. All there is only love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is. There is only love. I love that chant. All right. Get all my music in order. This is a new song by Denise Rosier. Came out, Rosier, excuse me. Came out last year. Let's see. You change dust into gardens, pieces into peace, tears into fountains, chains into release. You are doubt into action, vision renewed, perfect creation, unfolding in view. You hold all of heaven inside you. No matter what you go through, and if your dreams burn down to ashes, you rise again. You are the light. Dust into gardens, pieces into peace.
Beautiful job. Beautiful. Hello again. Today we're talking about breaking free from limiting beliefs. I think we're going to sweat our limiting beliefs out today. Yeah, I hope it's not too hot out there. As Marie said, air conditioning is coming, but not till next month. So, what was that? To a theater near you, yes. So, each week we come together in spiritual community, and we come together to be reminded of who we are. That's why we come. At least I'm assuming that for all of you. That you're here to be reminded of who you are. And that's why we commit to our spiritual practices. It's why we do this work, to remember who we are. Yes? Okay, just checking. And so this month is all about the journey of awakening. And each week we're talking about topics that relate to that. And today is all about breaking free from our limiting beliefs. In our philosophy, we focus on the power of our thoughts and how our thoughts can change our life. And yes, this is important to be aware of our thoughts, but why it's so important to be aware of our thoughts is because our thoughts create our beliefs. So our beliefs come from deeply ingrained patterns of thinking. That means that a repeated thought over and over and over again becomes a belief. And once it becomes a belief, it gets locked in. It gets really locked in. So Ernest Holmes is famous for saying, change your thinking, change your life. I've amended this a bit, and if you've been here a while, you've heard me say this, that I think it really should say, change your beliefs, change your life. Change your beliefs, change your life. Change your limiting beliefs, change your life. And why is this so important? It's important because our beliefs are tricky. They're sneaky little ones because they are hidden. They are in the background. They're hiding out back there. And so we're moving through life, and we have no idea that our beliefs are operating back there, causing all kinds of havoc. So, and that then impacts our level of joy. It impacts our level of peace. It impacts our level of freedom that we all want in our life. Ernest Holmes said, what you believe about yourself and your life is the foundation upon which everything else is built. We talk about positive affirmations and the importance of that. And yes, affirmations are powerful. However, if we are holding a belief that is in opposition to what we are affirming, we will never manifest that desire. It's not possible because there's not a vibrational match. If we, for example, are walking around in life and we want to create more love in our life and we want love to flow through us and we are affirming that love is who we are, and that love is what we desire, but we are holding an unlimited belief, a hidden belief that says we are not worthy of love, it doesn't matter how much we affirm that we want love in our life, that is not going to happen because they're two different frequencies. Make sense? And so, Ernest Holmes, he talked about how our beliefs are at the root of our experiences of lack, of struggle, of unhappiness. And he emphasized that our beliefs, whether they are conscious or unconscious, they shape our perception of reality. And they determine the conditions that we attract into our life. So the beliefs that we are holding determine what shows up in our life, what we attract. In the creative process that he talks about, we have the power to create. Yes, if you've been around this teaching for a while, you know that we have the power to create what it is that we desire in our life. And he says that we can only grow what is planted. We can only grow what we plant. So our beliefs are like the roots of a weed. And so they're in there deep. You know those weeds that you pull and you just get the top and the rest is in there, and you got to dig with that little, what is that called? That little shovel thing with the point on the end, and you got to pull up those weeds. That's what our beliefs are. So we have to not just pull the weed, but the roots with it. But we first need to uncover what those beliefs are. What are those beliefs? Because they're hidden back there. They're there. All of us want to experience more joy, more freedom, more peace in our life. Yes? Do you all want that? Yeah. It's why we commit to this journey. It's like I was saying, it's why we show up here. It's why we keep doing the work so that we can experience more joy, more freedom, and more happiness. I believe that our limiting beliefs is why so many of us don't actually get to experience the freedom, the joy, and the peace that we actually desire. Because these beliefs haven't been uncovered. They haven't been found. They're back there. And so our job is to uncover them, and I'm going to talk about how to do that today. Last week in the Way of Mastery book discussion group, Yeshua talked about in the lesson about how our beliefs have a certain quality, a certain vibration. And so the vibration that we walk around with in the world is a reflection of the beliefs that we hold. Isn't that interesting to ponder? So as we walk through the world, the vibration and the frequency that we walk around with is a reflection of the beliefs that we are holding. And he says this: how you think of yourself is reflected in the world that you see, in the experiences that are manifest within your own particular universe of consciousness. So in other words, what we experience in our life has a direct connection to the beliefs that we are holding. Our life is constantly mirroring back to us what is happening within us. The external is a reflection of the internal. Now, I will say that that's not always the case for every single thing. I always like, when I talk about this subject, I always like to say that, because not every single thing that we experience in our life is a reflection of what's going on in here. However, if there is something in our life that continues to come up, a challenge over and over and over again, well, we might want to look at our limiting beliefs. Chances are there is a limiting belief, there is a belief on an unconscious level that is impacting our ability to move through that particular challenge. So we first want to think about and reflect on, what are our beliefs related to relationships? What are our beliefs related to money? What are our beliefs related to health? What are our beliefs about humanity, about the world that we live in, about love? What do you believe about yourself? What are the beliefs that you are holding about you, about yourself and your life? So we can begin to uncover them by doing some self-reflection, by asking those questions and taking those questions into our meditation time, taking those questions inward, journaling on them, reflecting on them, pondering them. And you know, anytime we hear ourselves saying something like, that would be great, but, or I can't do that because, that's a clue that you've bumped up against a limiting belief. I can't do that. We all say that. It's such a habit in our culture. I can't achieve that. I can't do that. I'm not capable of that. And every time you speak in that way, there's an unlimiting belief right there. If there's something in your life that you desire, and every single one of us has something that we want, something that we desire in our life, and if you have been focusing on this thing for a long, long time and it hasn't shown up yet, likely there is an unlimiting belief that's keeping it from showing up. Eckhart Tolle talked about how important it is to recognize these unlimiting beliefs, to recognize these underlying beliefs, and to observe our emotional reactions as we go through the world. What are we reacting to? You know, I heard a saying a while back when someone said, hysterical is historical. When we respond strongly to something, when there's a lot of emotion there, we have bumped up against something. We have bumped up against an unlimiting belief and not even realizing. And so these beliefs are influencing our behaviors, our experiences, our choices, our decisions, all of it. One of the most common beliefs, what do you think that is? I am not good enough. That's the most common one amongst humanity, and it makes sense, right? That so many of us deep down feel that there's something inherently wrong with us. Like deep, deep down. We may not say it outright. We may not say I am not good enough. But you know, it shows up in a lot of other ways. We say it when we compare ourselves to others. We say it when we say something like, I wish I was more spiritual. I wish I was more successful. I wish I was thinner. I wish I was prettier. I wish I was more intelligent. It shows up there. It shows up when we start a sentence with, I'm not, fill in the blank. I'm not doing what I should be doing. When you hear yourself saying should, that's also an indication that there's a limiting belief there. It shows up anytime we are critical of ourselves. Anytime. Anytime we are expressing something that is in opposition to the divine essence of who we are, we have bumped up against a limiting belief. Tara Brach said, believing that something is wrong with us is a deep and tenacious suffering. We can't find peace until we have investigated our beliefs. I want to share a personal story. So when I was a teenager and into my 20s, I believed that life was to suffer. I believed this so wholeheartedly that I wrote on my folders, you know, the folders that you put papers in school, life is a bitch and then you die. Now, it's funny to say that now, but I really believed it. I wrote it on my hands. I wrote it on the sheets that I slept in, with a pen, all over my sheets. Life is a bitch, and then you die. I believed that I didn't deserve to be loved. I believed that I deserved nothing other than to be thrown into a garbage can. I'm not kidding. I walked through the world with my head down, and making eye contact with people was painful. And so that was my experience as a teenager and into my 20s. And because of that, I thought about suicide all the time. Because I believed that I would be better off leaving this planet than to actually be a part of humanity. And so, because I believed that I was so flawed and so broken, it showed up in every experience I had. It continued to be reflected back to me. In my relationships, if someone looked at me in a strange way, oh, I've done something wrong, there's something wrong with me. If I made a mistake, I would beat myself up for weeks. I kept looking for evidence to prove I was right, that life sucked. And boy, when you look for evidence, do you find it? It was everywhere. Pema Chodron teaches that limiting beliefs are driven by fears. And that these limiting beliefs that we hold are beliefs that, in order for them to transform themselves, they need love, they need compassion. And that's how we transform them. And so when an unlimiting belief comes up, when we identify it, a really good question to ask ourselves is this true? Is it true that life sucks? Is it true that life is a bitch and then we die? No, I don't believe that now, but my God, did I believe that for years. But we can ask ourselves, is that true? Is this belief true? And if we're tuning in to the divine essence within us, we are going to get a clear no, chances are. Pema Chodron said, the path of awakening is about questioning our beliefs and discovering the truth beyond them. We want to question the validity of the beliefs that we're holding. When I was 24, I was very blessed to encounter some very wise teachers during that time in my life. And they helped me to understand what I was holding, the beliefs that I was holding, that none of them were true, that all of them were false. And yet I had been living as though they were true. And I almost left the planet because of it. As I worked with these wise teachers, I did a couple of things. One was that I recognized my humanness, my humanity. And I was able to have compassion and love for that part of myself that was suffering so. And I could see the connection between my childhood and what happened to me as a child, what I experienced as a child, and what was showing up later in life. I began to see and notice how cruel I was to myself. And the other thing I recognized and became aware of was the gifts that I had. The talents that I had no idea that I had any gifts. None. And I began to see them one by one. For the first time, I had compassion and love and acceptance for myself and my life. I still have moments of not feeling good enough. We all do, because we're human. But there are moments. I no longer spend days or weeks or years feeling that anymore. Who I was back then is completely unrecognizable now. Thank God. I couldn't be standing here if that weren't the case. And now I see life full of potential and possibilities. I love what Reverend Nadia Bowles-Weber said. Sometimes the most radical thing we can do is to actually believe that we are loved and worthy of love just as we are. I believe that all of us are worthy of being loved. I believe that everything that shows up in our life is a gift. Every challenge, every heartache, all of it is a gift. I see that now, and I believe that now. I believe that life is extraordinary. And because I hold these beliefs, it's what gets reflected back to me. Every day, the blessings are showing up in my life. The blessings continue to show up. My beloved Kent, this divine partner, showed up in my life. We just moved into a beautiful home this past weekend together. This community showed up. Allows me to lead and stand up here and do my thing. What a gift, what a blessing. And it's because of the beliefs that I now hold. So, all that to share, not to brag or to boast about how amazing my life is, but to show you that our beliefs can be transformed. They can absolutely be transformed. So whatever beliefs that you are holding about yourself, about your life, as you're becoming aware of what those are, know that they can be changed. With Spirit by our side, there isn't anything that we cannot do. To see ourselves anything other than the divine, to see ourselves anything other than divine, is a rejection of God. We are gifts to humanity. We are gifts to one another. We are gifts to this community. And to see ourselves in any other way is a rejection of Spirit. We are in essence, when we buy into these limiting beliefs, we are in essence rejecting the creation, the profound and beautiful and magnificent creation that we are. We are rejecting God. Anytime we judge ourselves, anytime we think that a limiting belief is the truth of who we are rejecting the divine. Paramahansa said this: to define yourself in terms of human limitations is a desecration of the image of God that you are. A desecration. So this week, here's your homework. You ready? To make a commitment to yourself. To begin the process of uncovering what those limiting beliefs are, because we all have them. And to do so with compassion and grace and love and tenderness and kindness. Because those beliefs, they come from painful experiences. They all stem from something that happened to us, likely when we were little, when we were children. So when we uncover a belief, we don't want to push it away and say there's something wrong with the fact that I'm holding this belief, but rather we want to wrap our arms around it and say, I love you, I'm here, I see you. So let's choose this week to spend some time reflecting on what our unlimiting beliefs are and to make an attempt to transform them, to release them to divine love, and to remember without a shadow of a doubt that the truth of who we are. To remember that we are divine beings, that we are perfect, we are whole, and we are complete because we are divine. I want to close today with a release, a bit of a release process for all of us. So closing your eyes if you're comfortable, and bringing to mind a belief that you know is no longer serving you. Just trust whatever belief drops into your awareness right now. And imagine holding that belief in the palms of your hands. So I ask that you all take your hands out with your palms facing up. And imagine that that belief is being held in the palms of your hands. Feel the heaviness of that belief. Feel the energy of that belief. And now become aware of the divine love that is in the center of your being, in your heart. See that golden sun in the center of your being. And see those rays of light from the center of your heart going down and blessing and surrounding and holding this limiting belief that is in the palms of your hands. Surround it, envelop it with this love. And now bring your hands to your heart. And just allow that belief to just bathe in that love and that divine essence of spirit that is there. See the arms of the divine coming around and just holding that belief. Holding it with love and with compassion and with complete and total acceptance. And now repeat silently after me. I know that I created you from a place of pain. Thank you for what you have taught me in this life. I see you and I choose to release you with love. And now see that belief being dissolved fully and being transformed completely into the energy of divine love. See it completely enveloped by this as it begins to release and transform. Taking a deep breath. Keeping your eyes closed as we move into a closing prayer, I ask our practitioners to stand in high consciousness. And so right here in this moment, I recognize and know that there is one presence, one God, one powerful energy that is love. Loving presence is right here in this moment. It is surrounding each one of us. It is guiding each one of us on this journey as we move through this life, as we walk this earthly plane. I am knowing that we are in the process of remembering the truth of who we are as we begin to release these beliefs that are no longer serving us. I'm knowing that as we go out into our week that we are reminded to take time to reflect on the beliefs that we are holding. And at the same time, remembering and knowing that the divine is right there with us as we do this work, this important work. And as we reflect on what those beliefs are, that we are able to transform them, we are able to release them, and we are able to choose beliefs that are empowering, that are uplifting, that are inspiring, that are in support of who we are and this journey that we are on. And so I give thanks for all that is unfolding for each of us individually and as a community collectively. For I know that as we make these shifts within ourselves, as we transform within ourselves, that we help to transform humanity. We help to transform the entire planet simply by the work that we are doing individually. And what an incredible blessing that is, what a gift it is to know this truth. And so I declare and affirm and know that this process is done with ease, it is done with grace, it is done with love, it is done with an open and full heart. And I'm knowing that Spirit is always right there, has our back, always. And so with great gratitude, we let this go, we release it, we trust this unfolding in our life. And together we say, and so it is.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Sing with us one more time. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
All right. So we know that as we give and share our gifts and our tithes, that it is a spiritual practice. And so what I ask is that you take your gift or your tithe and you place it in your hand and over your heart. And let's say our offering affirmation together. This gift is spirit in form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give, and joyfully I receive.
This is an old song I like a lot. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free.
Run away, find you a lover. Go away, somewhere all bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong
In a boat out at sea.
sail away, kill off the hours. You belong
Somewhere you feel free.
run away, go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers.
Great Tom Petty song. Thank you, Jimmy and Julie. So we just bless all that is flowing into this community, allowing us to continue to do the work that we are doing to serve humanity. We give such thanks, knowing it is done, and so it is. Thank you, Matt. Is there anybody here for the first time? Welcome. So glad that you're with us. Welcome to our spiritual home. There are packets, welcome packets at the desk there on your way out if you'd like to pick up one, and certainly we're here if you have questions, so welcome, welcome. All right, let's stand for our closing benediction and peace song. So let's say this all together, placing your hands on your hearts. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is. So it is.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With love as our power, loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment